3 days after my 6-year-old daughter died, my parents called me, not to ask how I was holding up, not to ask about the funeral, not even to say they were sorry. Instead, my mother said something I'll never forget. We're boarding our flight to Hawaii. At first, I thought I heard her wrong. My daughter, their granddaughter, had just passed away, and they were going on vacation. But somehow, that wasn't the worst part, because 8 months later, those same parents sat across from me and demanded $40,000. Money they claimed I owed them. Money they thought they could force me to pay. They smiled when they made that demand. They genuinely believed they had won. What they didn't know was that I'd spent 8 months preparing for that exact moment. And when the truth finally came out, their entire world collapsed. My name is Ethan. For most of my life, I believe my parents were good people. Strict? Yes. Self-centered? Sometimes. But family was family. At least that's what I thought. I was 36 years old, married to my wife, Sarah, and we had one daughter, Emily, 6 years old, the kind of child who could light up an entire room. Every Sunday, we'd visit my parents. Emily adored them. She drew pictures for them, made handmade birthday cards, talked non-stop about grandma and grandpa, and whenever my parents needed anything, I was there. Over the years, I loaned them money, covered unexpected bills, paid for repairs on their house. Not because they asked, because I wanted to help. Family helps family, or so I believed. Then everything changed. One ordinary Tuesday morning, the phone rang and my entire world shattered. Emily had been in a school bus accident. The words didn't make sense. My brain refused to process them. By the time we reached the hospital, doctors were already waiting. The next few minutes are mostly a blur. I remember Sarah screaming. I remember collapsing. I remember hearing the words no parent should ever hear. We did everything we could, and just like that, my little girl was gone. The following days felt unreal, like living inside a nightmare. People visited, food arrived, flowers appeared, but nothing mattered. Then my parents called, and somehow, they made everything worse. My mother called 2 days before the funeral. Her voice sounded excited, not sad, excited. Then she said it. Your father and I decided we're still going to Hawaii. I was speechless. I honestly thought she was joking. She wasn't. The trip had been booked months earlier, non-refundable. They didn't want to waste the money. I remember asking one question. So you're missing Emily's funeral? Silence. Then, we'll visit the grave when we get back. I hung up. I couldn't believe it. But they actually left. Pictures appeared online. Beach selfies, cocktails, sunsets, smiling faces. While Sarah and I buried our daughter, I didn't cry when I saw those photos. I felt something worse. Something colder. Something permanent. The funeral. The church was full. Friends, neighbors, teachers, parents. Everyone showed up. Everyone except my own parents. People kept asking where they were. I lied. I couldn't bear the truth. Then something happened. Emily's teacher approached me. She handed me a drawing. It was Emily's last classroom assignment. Draw your favorite people. 3 faces. Mom, Dad, Grandma, Grandpa. I broke completely. And in that moment, something inside me changed. I wasn't angry anymore. I was done. 8 months of silence. After Hawaii, I stopped calling, stopped visiting, stopped helping. My parents noticed, but not immediately, because they were too busy spending money. Then financial problems started. Again, only this time, I wasn't there to save them. And that's when the calls began. One evening, my father called. His tone was different, cold, businesslike. We need to discuss the $40,000. I was confused. What $40,000? Then he explained. Years earlier, they transferred money to me after Emily was born. A gift. At least that's what they'd always called it. Now suddenly, it was a loan, and they wanted repayment. Immediately, I laughed. I genuinely laughed, because I knew something they didn't. Years before, when the money was transferred, my accountant had insisted on paperwork, simple paperwork, a signed declaration. The funds were a gift, not a loan. My parents signed it, without reading. Typical. I found the documents, made copies, and waited, because I had a feeling they'd push harder, and they did. They hired a lawyer, sent formal letters, threatened court, everything. They believed fear would make me pay. Instead, I prepared. Cliffhanger. The trap closes. The more they pushed, the more evidence surfaced. Emails, text message, holiday cards, messages calling the money a gift. Over and over again. Every threat they sent strengthened my position. My lawyer loved it. Then we discovered something even bigger. A secret. One capable of changing everything. Court day arrived. My parents looked confident, almost smug. They expected victory. Then the documents appeared. Signed gift declarations. Emails. Message. Evidence. Lots of evidence. Their lawyer's expression changed instantly. My father's confidence disappeared. My mother looked pale. Then the judge asked one simple question. Why did you repeatedly describe this as a gift? Silence. Beautiful silence. Their case collapsed. Completely. But that wasn't the end. Because during proceedings, financial records became public, and everyone learned the truth. The Hawaii trip. The funeral absence. The false lawsuit. Everything. Friends distanced themselves. Relatives stopped defending them. Their reputation evaporated. The very thing they valued most was gone. 3 weeks later, my mother called, crying. Not because of Emily, not because of what they'd done, because people were judging them. For the first time in my life, I didn't comfort her. I simply said, "You missed your granddaughter's funeral for a vacation." Silence. Then I added, "And now you're experiencing the cost." I hung up and never heard from them again. Nothing brought Emily back. Nothing ever could. But I learned something. Some betrayals aren't mistakes. They're revelations. They show you exactly who people are. Even when those people are your parents, the $40,000 was never the real issue. The money was just an excuse. What they truly wanted was control. And the day they lost it was the day their downfall began. As for me, I moved forward, not because I forgot, because Emily deserved a father who kept living. And every day, I tried to be exactly that.